And this is A&B Convo's Wrestling Edition. What is going on, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, children of all ages? We are here, and it is time for the most must-see wrestling review and live reaction show in all of YouTube. Welcome to A&B Convo's Wrestling Edition, ladies and gentlemen. Woo! This is it, folks. Saudi Arabia has bought. No, I'm not going to go there. I'm not gonna say that. Yeah, it's been a wild. It's been a wild week. It's been a wild week.
It's just such a scary, crazy time in wrestling right now. It's like unprecedented.
I want to make sure we're looking okay. We're looking good. We're sounding good, and as always, we're not going to take up too much of your time.
He always says that. And then 2.5 hours later,
we've been doing pretty good, but we always want to give these shouts first and foremost. Number one in line, DJ Tate, Power Rangers fan. What is going on?
What's up, David Jr.?
Welcome, DJ Tate. We got Squarmy.
Okay.
I hope I'm pronouncing that right. Good to see you. We got the OG in here, Sophie Dopey.
Sophie Dopey in the house.
Going live second night this week. Yeah. I mean, there's been some stuff. There's been some stuff going down, man, in this wrestling world. What up, Jody? Woo! Good to see you.
Welcome, Jody. Welcome.
Hey, John Brooks. How are you?
Hey, John.
We gotta hold on now. Bone Crushers. Bone Crushers. About to pull the whole set down.
In the mix.
Good to see you, Anthony. How are you? Dark Inferno.
Welcome.
Uchaya 66.
Okay.
All right.
Welcome.
Isaiah Smalls. Baby.
I was right behind you. I knew it was coming.
What's going on, Kyle Fisher? Good to see you.
Welcome.
And of course, Jedi Knight, you the one. What's going on, Jedi Knight? Good to see you in here. And the Nation of Domination. Good to see you as well. We got the OGs in here. I love it. What up, Zay?
What up, Zay?
King Swag in that house.
Swag.
Jaden Winchester.
Ever the gentleman.
The real one, Shayla.
Hey, Shayla.
Has Vince fired Papa H?
Not that we know of.
We gonna talk about it. We're going to talk about it. Come on in. There's room for everybody. Thank y'all for joining us. We appreciate it. Yeah, we got some things we want to discuss. And we're going to get right to it. Really, Dro Davidian.
Hey, Dro.
Good to see you. Hunter is better than Vince.
Yes, that would be very true. Very, very true.
But I don't think anybody's ego is as big as Vince McMahon's. I mean, this is really an ego trip if I've ever seen one.
I mean, it's insane. Like, I feel like they should make a new word, like narcissists don't crack or something. Like, it's crazy.
Narcissists don't crack.
But, I mean, you know, it doesn't seem like he's just going to be able to get away with doing whatever he wants this time without any opposition.
I think I don't know, man. I don't know. Vince can pretty much do whatever he wants. The executive chair. You know what? You're fired.
Tired of you firing me off my own show, man.
What up, 901 Shogun?
Hey.
It's the Shogun.
Just Alex in the house. What's up, Alex?
A safe space for wrestling fans like you and like us. Go check out Just Alex's World. You'll be listening in, but you do have some questions. You do have some thoughts. Well, we are here for it.
Quantaven Moore.
What's up, Quantaven? I did not. Crystal Montgomery. What's up?
Hey, welcome.
We got some people. All right. Thank y'all for joining us. We appreciate it. It's a cold, rainy night over here in Los Angeles. It's been raining all day. I do not care for inclement weather, so I'm a little depressed. So I need y'all to cheer me up just a little bit.
Evil Society, welcome. Lucky Show 653, welcome.
Cyree Gardner.
Welcome.
Any relation? I don't know.
I don't think so. Wesley Franklin in the house.
What's up, Wesley? Alex Johnson.
Hey, Alex.
Any
welcome.
relation? I don't know. Darian Thomas.
Hey, Darian.
Sam Paboon.
Welcome.
All right, folks.
Kill Dixon in the house.
Let's talk about this. let's talk about this. We have not had a chance to finish all of SmackDown yet.
Right.
We haven't even had a chance really to watch all the AEW. Rampage.
I think we did watch all of AEW. Rampage.
That was last week. We've had a busy week. So we got to do some catching up.
No, I think I might have seen it when you were out of the room.
Okay, great. Well, then she watched it without me.
Me too. I might not have finished it. I don't know. One day from the next this week.
Well, let's put up the ticker and let's get into this.
Yeah.
Let's get into this because Triple H, the game, he had an executive meeting with talent and staff. And he basically said, look, guys, I know there are a lot of worry, thoughts going on,
That's
a lot of that sick in your stomach, pit in your stomach kind of feeling. I just want you to know, as of right now, I'm still the man, still in charge of creative, and that is not gonna change. And that's his. Oh wait, hang on. When Vince is here, what's that? Oh, Vince is in charge of creative. Okay, guys. So Vince is back in charge of creative. You know, this is what everybody's afraid of. Is Triple H, in fact, going to remain in control of creative, or is he going to be pushed aside by the chairman of the board?
The fact that a lawsuit was filed the very next day after the whole rumor about him. Obviously, he's in talks with Saudi Arabia, but the rumors about him actually selling set off such a fury throughout the universe of not only wrestling, but stock market and who was going to sell. People were talking about selling their stocks because this may be true. A lawsuit was filed in that very next day. So by stockholders, correct?
I believe somebody did. One of the stockholder shareholders,
mm-hmm.
Somebody did. Yeah.
I think that, and even if he did try to sell it to Saudi Arabia, I think more lawsuits would be filed. I think that the world is standing up to Vince. It's not just up to the locker room at this point.
Well, this is really a question of breach of fiduciary duty.
Right.
And as we mentioned last time, we both work in an industry where we work with board of directors, and you do in fact have a fiduciary duty to act accordingly.
Yeah, I'm going to need you to translate that for the younger people in here who have no idea what you're saying.
Basically, you have a responsibility. Basically, you decide to be in this position and you can't just throw your weight around. The thing with a lot of boards that we've encountered is that I'm a board director, so I have autonomy. I can do whatever I want, anytime I want. And that's just not the case. Problem is when you try to put their feet to the fire and hold them responsible and say, no, this is the way it's supposed to go. You're fired. Happens all the time because they have an ego problem and they don't like being told what to do. And that's the situation here with Vince McMahon.
Right.
Is my man bogarted his way back onto the board, back in the WWE. He's back in his office, got the T-Rex behind him. I got to be honest with you. I hear what Triple H is saying, but I got to disagree with him, homeboy. He might be in charge of creative for now.
But for now is the key term there.
But what good is it going to do? Royal Rumble's right around the corner. Monday Night Raw's 30th anniversary is right around the corner. And it begs the question. Is this what we're going to see soon enough?
A screen holder of him?
Are we going to see Vincent Kennedy McMahon returns to address the WWE Universe?
Let me tell you.
On Monday Night Raw.
If he walks his butt out there on Monday Night Raw and this audience goes up in applause and nobody boos him, they just, I'm going to be so disgusted. I first of all, I hope we don't see him. But if he comes out, I hope that the universe would stop treating him like they treat MJF. Stop it. As he's telling you to kiss his ass and that you're not worth anything, you're licking his boot. That's how people are with MJF, and I feel like a lot of people are like that with Vince McMahon too.
Well, Vince McMahon did have the Kiss My Ass Club.
Exactly.
That was a thing.
And all these suckers are like, I'll do it. Let me put on some lip gloss.
Oh, I got to be the lip gloss.
Cause, man, grow a pair. Put some hair on your chest.
Little testicular fortitude. He is Voldemort, name that shall not be mentioned. All right, let's just put it right out the gate. No, I mean, and Calio does everything. Good to see you in here.
Nice to see you.
Look, bottom line here is this. This is something that we've all grown to love. At different times in the WWE, some during the Attitude Era, like us, some during the Golden Era, others during the Reality Era. But we've grown to love this product. We've grown to love the wrestlers and whatever.
And it's nostalgia at this point.
So I think for many of us, that's one of the reasons why we stuck this out as long as we did. I mean, during the COVID times, when you could hear a pin drop in that arena when it was dead empty.
Right.
And the wrestlers was just doing whatever they were doing. And that, to me, that was really, it stood out to me just how important it is that you be on your game in ring. Because the crowd can hype you up or whatever. When you pump in all the noise and all the pyro and everything, all the stuff goes into this show.
But when it's just dead silent.
And you're just over here like practice.
Right.
Like everything is so under the microscope.
The first one was so cringy. I will never forget that during the commercial breaks, they stopped wrestling and just hung out on the ring. And then it's like, okay, start up again. And I don't know why we saw footage of that or if they... it was so cringy. It was so awful. It was so awful.
But we stuck through it. We stuck through the crap storylines. We stuck through seemingly week after week the firings, Black Wednesday, Black Monday, whatever it was. I mean,
but we hung in there with the product. We weren't hanging in there with Vince, and I think that Vince has the two confused. And he needs to realize that, yes, we do love this product that you brought to us in spite of what you ultimately have done to it. But we do not want you to have anything else to do with it. And the fact that you don't care what the whole world is saying about this product is because you only care about yourself at this point. That's what I think.
That's right. I don't care.
Hey, our Super Champions in the house.
Richie Bailey with that Super Chat.
Hey, thank you.
Thank you, Richie Bailey. We appreciate you so much. And you say, apparently, Vince and Steph had some heat for some time now. Never know when the heat between Vince and Triple H will start. And sadly, I can't see Hunter winning that fight.
I gotta tell you, I agree with you. First of all, if Steph and him have had heat, then Triple H has it too, because that's his wife. So you know he has his wife's back, and he may be as cordial as need be to try to still conduct business. But I don't think Triple H is gonna just walk away from this. I think that he is gonna fight for us, fight for the product. If Stephanie really does have heat with her dad, then she's probably back in Triple H to do that. You don't think? Am I being overly hopeful?
I gotta disagree with you, homeboy.
I cannot believe you winded it up that badly.
And I'm saying this because Triple H, Paul Levesque, Stephanie McMahon Helmsley.
No. Bone crusher.
They were members of the board of directors. The board of directors, once Vince was back, unanimously voted him in as executive chairman.
Oh.
That happened.
Oh, so she was a part of that vote.
I also say this to say
That they didn't say when she stepped down that she was part on the board. I didn't see
I'm assuming that they were still part of the board at the time because they were the board. It was the board. Nobody stepped down. The only ones that we heard step down were not Triple H or Stephanie. And what I'm saying is, there's also reports saying that both Triple H and Stephanie were opposed to a sale. And yet you unanimously voted him in. So what I'm basically getting at here... Because he
had them by the cojones.
That's what I'm saying. What I'm getting at here is it doesn't matter how much Triple H protests. It doesn't matter. Because Vince holds all the cards. He holds all the power. You can have advisors. Triple H can be like, look, Papa-in-law, this is not a good idea. And he's like, I hear you. Get out.
It's like he's got the Grinch's heart. Like it's just this cold little black rock. And it's sad. Like we need a Cindy Lou Who to come in.
It is sad.
His heart.
Well, like we need a groomer. This one is a floppy moppy mess. For those that don't know, now you know. This is the channel mascot Bone Crusher. Yes. Plush doll soon to come in our merch store. So look out for that. I like my man, the Titan in this industry, ladies and gentlemen. Just Alex says, please like the video. It is really important to content creators like ourselves to help get out into the YouTube universe with their YouTube algorithm. So we appreciate that love and support. Just Alex, thank you very much.
Thank you.
What up, your boy MJ?
What up?
Good to see you. We appreciate you. Yeah, we're good. We're good. WWE is not the same anymore. Jody Bennett. Hey, the Glow channel. Y'all get to see Kenny Omega versus Real Ospreay. Yeah, look, you know what, Quantave? Let me tell you something. Haven't seen it yet. But Kenny Omega, I'm glad to see he is back. But we can touch on AEW at the tail end of this, just a little bit. Just a little bit. We want to stick with the WWE for right now. But Kenny Omega is the real deal. I wasn't sold on him right out the gate, but he's certainly the real deal right now.
Yeah.
And we have some news coming in right now from Just Alex. He reports Fightful Select reports American companies are unlikely to maintain the services of Vince McMahon if they in fact buy the WWE. What are your thoughts on that?
I agree. I can't see anyone getting that outside of a company that already does not have any kind of love for women. In Saudi Arabia, any American company, I really cannot see them being tied to Vince McMahon.
Well, if it's an American company that buys it, here's my thought on this. I mentioned this a little bit earlier. It kind of reminds me of Star Wars when George Lucas sold to Disney. George Lucas was very controlling over Star Wars. And he wanted to be and look a certain way. Facts. Mm-hmm. The fact that he sold it for a handsome sum.
Right.
The only company that really could have done that was Disney. I'm sure he pocketed a good amount of stock in this, but does he in fact still have any creative say in the Star Wars universe? No. It's not his thing.
It's not his, yeah.
With Vince McMahon, on the other hand, and usually when companies take over another company, they usually sweep everybody away after a little transitional period so people can get up to speed, and then they put their own people in place. Mm-hmm. I'm having a hard time picturing Vince not in some way, shape, or form, not only pocketing money out of this, but just letting this go completely. There's a part of me that thinks that part of the holdup here is Vince is still wanting to be in control to some degree. Like I'm willing to sell, but
you have to make me in charge of whatever, yeah.
And that might be a reason why things haven't sold yet. I don't know.
I mean, we can't put it past him at this point.
Because what I'm saying is my man came in here, and it's not like he says, look, I'm just here to help with the sale. I'll just be on the board. I don't need to be the man anymore. No. He came in, got rid of people, assumed the position that he actually had, but gave himself a better title. He's back in his office in Stamford.
Crazy.
What's going on here, man? There's no way you're making these big boss moves just to make a sale, just to walk away with some money in your pocket. I don't buy it. I don't buy it. And I can imagine that anybody that buys this doesn't want the poison that is Vince McMahon to be associated with this. They want a fresh new start. But a wrestling promotion is a different breed of animal. Not everybody can run it.
Like you're a different breed of animal.
Fair enough. She's a Shih Tzu Terrier. So she's got some stuff in her. But we've seen that with WCW. They had a good amount of success, but things behind the scenes, things in the executive rooms, they changed a little bit. The company folded. The company was bought. This is how it went. Running a promotion like a wrestling company is not easy. So somebody that just buys it doesn't necessarily know how to run it. So who are they going to put in place? If not Vince, then who? Do they retain the services of Triple H?
Of course. They are going to do the research, and they're going to watch all of us that have YouTube shows and shows about this, and they're going to see that the consensus is that Triple H is the best thing that's happened to WWE in a very long time, and that we will be pretty pissed off if they just put some whoever writer off the street in there and get rid of the person who has brought this back to life.
I hope so. But we don't know. See, this is what I'm getting at. Vince clearly not only doesn't trust, even though he said when he first came in, we've got a good team in place. Mm-hmm. I don't intend to do anything. Things change right out of the gate. Right out of the gate. There's no reason that a good team can't handle things. Yeah. If Vince McMahon literally was dead, a sale could still happen. Things can still happen. However, and I've told her this before, her position, she runs a whole department. This is the boss right here. This is the new Sasha Banks. Since Sasha Banks is no more, this is the new Sasha Banks.
Where are you going with this?
Where I'm going with this is there are times during the month that things are happening in the job, but she's like, I gotta get this done. There's nobody else in my department. Nobody else can do what I do, which is true. And I've said to her, if you die today, are you telling me that this wouldn't get done?
They would be so screwed. No, there's no one there who could do my job. Like I don't know what they would do.
So I'm saying that if Vince McMahon died today,
they'd be fine.
They'd be just fine.
They'd be just fine.
Therefore, something else is going on. Therefore, he's put himself in a position to do something else.
That he may believe that they think they're doing better, but they don't really know what's best for them. Like, I mean, he's
that
insane.
May be. But for the last 8 months, the ratings have been great. Bringing people back in that have been fired. Everybody's been talking about it again.
It's been 8 months.
I'm just saying.
It has been 8 months.
I'm just saying. There's been peace and prosperity in the land of WWE. You see what I'm saying? What's up, Isabella? Good to see you in here.
Hey, Isabella.
So if
hey, Dre.
Neptune X, yeah. So I gotta tell you,
hey, Neptune.
If not Triple H, if not Lord Palpatine, who's running this thing? Could you imagine this? Imagine, I know there's been talk, AEW, Tony Khan, there's no way Vince would ever allow that. But imagine this.
No, because that would be like telling Tony Khan he won. And he's not going to do that.
Imagine this gets sold. Vince does in fact step down, or maybe he takes a lower position. And the person to take his executive chairman place, Eric Bischoff. I'm just saying.
Okay, first of all, Eric Bischoff don't have money.
It's not a question of having money. I'm just saying somebody's hired.
Whoever brings him in.
He's hired. I didn't say he's buying the company. I just said he's hired.
I mean, Tony Khan would bring him in. But here's the thing. So, like, I'm kind of mad that Tony Khan had enough money to get AEW up and running, bought Ring of Honor, brings back people left and right, just show like, and then he still has enough money to be interested in buying WWE. How much money does this man have?
Who we talking about?
Tony Khan.
Well, my man's got some pretty deep pockets.
Clearly, because buying
but
WWE
I'm sure it
is
would
not
be
cheap.
a joint venture.
And if him and his brother, but if he could afford it, why do you think that The Rock can't afford it? $5 Productions should purchase WWE.
The hierarchy of power
all of our dreams
in the WWE universe is about to change.
Exactly.
The question is it about to change with The Rock?
I mean,
could The Rock make some boss moves and get some investors and get some things together?
If they were in talks, we would have heard about it by now. But come on, Dwayne. Come on.
I mean, I'm not mad at it. I'm not mad at it. And if this really is about a sale, if anybody knew what to do, it would be, in fact, Dwayne The Rock Johnson.
And think about it, just like XFL, like with $5 Productions, I mean, Danny Garcia, $7. $7 Productions. Danny Garcia is a whole mogul to be dealt with all her own. So you know that if it came down to it, they would have to get involved not only through the company, but maybe even a little on the side. You know what I'm saying?
They're right. Yeah, The Rock does not have Tony Khan money for sure.
The Rock is a billionaire who not only just owns that, but with the production companies, everything else, and his Disney deals. But you know who else is a huge fan is Kevin Hart. Imagine Kevin Hart and Dwayne Johnson come together.
I imagine Kevin Hart being in the ring to face Rey Mysterio. Kevin Hart.
I didn't mean Kevin Hart in the ring.
I'm finally in the ring with somebody I can literally look eye to eye to.
Wow.
It's true. What?
I wasn't saying for Kevin Hart.
It's not a dig. It's reality.
Okay.
I mean, did you see? Okay, we were watching Smackdown. Did you see? Did you see? Karrion Kross just got off of work. He just got out of the Uber, showed up, had SmackDown, had a suit and tie on. He just rolls up to the ring. His hair was moosed back. So that his name badge on his lapel. He gets into the ring, and Ray's just looking up at him. I mean, I couldn't take either one of them seriously, and I hated to see Ray get choked out like this. But I'm just saying, The Rock, he could make some boss moves in the WWE, regardless of how much money Tony Khan has.
Hey, Google.
I don't think it's
what
a
is
question
the net worth
of
Dwayne Johnson.
That's okay. Talk to you again soon.
See, that's why Google gives the problems.
You tripping, Google? You tripping?
It doesn't matter how much money Tony Khan has. There's no way. There's no way. Tony Khan's dad could have $11 billion. Vince McMahon's ego is $12 million.
Yeah. I got you.
He'll never allow it.
I totally agree with that.
He'll never allow it. But I'm just, I don't know. But a bigger question for me really is this right here, is this the future of WWE again? Are we going to see Triple H and Vince McMahon for the foreseeable future until whatever sale happens, if it happens? Is this what we're going to see where, it's like Stephanie was co-CEO? Are we going to see a co-creative?
I mean,
you know what I'm saying?
Maybe.
Like, is this? Are we going to see Vince McMahon backstage in Gorilla one more again, just calling the shots? This is my concern.
So Tony Khan is worth $1 billion net worth.
Yeah.
The Rock, as of January 2023, is worth $800 million. So it's nothing to sneeze at.
No, man, look, his stock went down with Black Adam. He was worth $851 million until Black Adam.
What is wrong with Black Adam?
I like Black
I
Adam.
liked it.
We got to rewatch it. I have some post Black Adam thoughts. But yeah, no, it's but it's not. You don't just put your own money in it. You got to get investors. You got to get some people together. You don't have that kind of cash. But I don't know. Let's go to the people. What do the people say? Let's open it up to the people.
The people.
Put
I
the
hate
family
Christian
in charge.
Thomas.
Kellyo does everything. Good
Trey
to see you.
Liccato.
We'll be on top. Might be a bummer for Roman.
We missed you too, Christian.
Yes, we did. Hulu might want to buy.
I did hear about Hulu as well. I know Hulu was in the mix. I know Disney is in the mix. I mean, I wouldn't be surprised if I feel like if Disney wants something, they're gonna get it. You know what I mean?
Man.
Like it's Disney.
Well, Singer Billy says he's not watching no more until The Rock takes the title off Roman Reigns. If you smell.
What the Rock?
Oh, sorry. She got all kinds of concern right there. If it happens, we haven't seen.
I just
or
don't
heard
think it would
anything.
be a title match. What would it be a title match for?
He
He
saying,
doesn't go there. He's gonna take the belt back home, take it to Hollywood.
there is literally no other reason for him to come here and to do anything, because
It
all
is
I'm
for
saying
honor.
is there's no honor in this,
It
because
is for the honor
I've said
of
this
the Underwood
before.
family.
You come in as The Rock for what? A one-off, just to lose, just to raise the hand of the man that's been running the place for the last 3 years? No. For what? For why? Just to walk away?
Jack Antoff have a problem with the one-off?
Wow. She was Jack Antoff me, ladies and gentlemen. Okay. Jack Antoff does not have a problem with a one-off. Because he gets his and you better get yours. Jack Antoff. But I have a problem with it. And I don't want to see it. Unless they do a Cena thing and run it back. They've got to do this at least twice.
They can't even get him to commit to once.
That's all I'm saying.
And I don't know if Roman will still be here for another whole year. I think he's going to Hollywood.
If things change, right now, it's really a question of what is going to happen with the WWE. What is this company ultimately going to look like this year?
Mm-hmm.
When is this so-called sale, alleged supposed sale, actually going to go down? Who is actually going to buy the company, and what changes are going to be made?
Zay, that's funny. But can you imagine Medea come out to the ring?
I mean, I can't. At this point, Hulk Hogan can buy W. Well, let me tell you something, brother. I was in the gym, clanging and banging, getting these 24-inch pythons jacked and ready for Monday Night Raw, dude. And they reminded me, I said some things back in the day I shouldn't have said, man. And I was canceled by the WWE, Jack. And then Triple H got on the horn and said, forget about all that, dude. Get out of here with Titus O'Neil. And everybody will forget what you said and did, brother. That's the reality. I make fun, I joke, but I thought about this the other day for some strange reason. Still stinks to high heaven. What was said, what was done. We all got to forgive. We all got to move on. Still a little salty.
You don't have to forget.
I'm still a little salty.
You don't have to forget
about it. No to Hulk Hogan. He's down there at the Hogan's Beach Shop doing karaoke. Leave him alone.
Right.
That's all. That's all. He's not like that.
Mm-mm.
That says Linda Hogan kind of took him to the cleaners. He ain't got that kind of scratch. Rock ain't got that kind of time. Be the champ again. You know, Sheila, it's not so much about him being the champ. Look, he was a champ for, I don't know, when he was last champ when the WWE title was a little different a few years back. He wasn't champ for very long. He wasn't, but he was. It was kind of cool. We didn't expect it. And I'm not even necessarily saying that you need to put the title on the line. All I'm saying is, if Roman Reigns really is going to face The Rock, and they really do plan on doing this at WrestleMania, what is the point? Because aside from both of these guys at different times saying, oh, yeah, we'd love to do it, and oh, yeah, it'd be kind of cool, and, you know, it has to be the right venue, the right time, whatever. That's pretty much all it's been. At no point did either of them would ever really say, oh, well, Rock is talking smack, I can beat him, or Reigns is saying this, hey, I brought him in the, Hobbs and Shaw out there. Like, there hasn't been that animosity. So there's really been nothing built, as far as I'm concerned, to make me say, aside from these two guys that we both like, getting it on in the ring, like there was a whole thing with him and Cena.
Right.
That got real
Right.
in that ring. We have had none of that so far. You basically have 3.5 months if this is really in the works to make something happen. And I've said this before about The Undertaker. As much as we love The Undertaker, as much as we loved his WrestleMania streak, I hated for him to just come back like a month beforehand just to start a rivalry with somebody that he had no real beef with because he hadn't been there. Just to have a WrestleMania moment. Then to disappear. Hated it. Mm-hmm. Great to see him. Loved the music. Hated it. There has to be a point to this match. And they got to figure it out if it's going to happen. And it's not going to be for the title, which is cool. I think it would be hella cool if it was for the title and The Rock actually won it. Because there has to be somebody of a certain level that's going to dethrone Roman Reigns. After all this time, you built this whole bloodline thing up to such a point that like they're unbeatable. Mm-hmm. And I'm not mad at Cody Rhodes coming back if he does and he enters the Royal Rumble and he wins it. Great segue to Roman Reigns. I do expect Cody to win the championship. I just don't necessarily see it happening off of Roman Reigns. Mm. Yeah. I don't know. Talk to us, people. Talk to us. Black Adam was an epic movie. We're going to watch it again, Roland.
I liked it.
What up, Aaron Drew?
I liked it a lot. It was the best DC film outside of Zack Snyder's. That's what it is, Zack Snyder.
The Zack Snyder Justice League
was fire.
Was very good.
We like that.
Very good. So we're going to have to rewatch Black Adam again. Heard Cena Orton. I mean, if Orton's healthy, I know he's had some back issues and he just had surgery. He had a fusion. I don't know. You don't just get back into the ring after that. Stone Cold could be CEO. Why not? All I'm saying is you got to have somebody in place that not only knows professional wrestling, but knows WWE.
Right.
And the talent and the people behind the scenes got to have people that they know and they trust. It is not COVID. Bless you.
I'm over here petting her and then her hair is getting in my face.
Bless you. You got to have people in place that you know and trust and that you know are going to take care of you.
Right.
Who else can it be? And that's what I'm saying. Vince coming back in the culture in which it was and him doing it in the way that he did, it's not like he came back in a friendly way.
Right.
Why would anybody trust this man to take care of them, to have their best interests in mind?
Yeah.
I don't see it. Nervous. I mean, we're all a little nervous, Jody. We're all a little nervous. I know everybody was like, what does this mean for us?
Yeah.
What does this mean for us? And I'm sure there really is going to be a sale. Again, I said this before. It would be wild. I mean, I can't put anything past anything. It would be wild if Tony Khan did end up buying the WWE and comes out on Monday Night Raw, just like Shane did in WCW, in the middle of the ring. Something you thought we would never see. Tony Khan now owns it all.
How much you think it's for sale for? Is there any reports on that? Does anybody know?
I'm pretty sure Vince said there's not enough money in the world.
And yet it's for sale.
I don't know. Is it? Is it?
Is it?
Where The Rock calls for the match at the Royal Rumble.
That would at least be a start.
There has to be something. Some type of animosity build up between these two for this to be a believable match. If we're really going into this, we already know The Rock will have a fire match. We know this. We've seen him for years. He doesn't phone it in. He might go a little overboard with the sell, but he's a hell of an in-ring performer. I wish he'd pull his daughter aside a little bit, have a little conversation with her.
Yeah, man.
4 roots, 1 tree. We need a little.
She kept looking at the. You could feel her nervous energy, which you can't really fault her. She's got to get used to it. But she looked at the camera so many times last time that I was like, oh my gosh, I can't.
She's getting there.
There's no reason to look at the camera.
But look at The Rock's debut with his ridiculous hair and ridiculous outfit. Like, he hated it. He hated the name Rocky might be. Like, he hated it. But he rolled with it. It was what it was. I'm just saying, you have to give us something.
I would almost prefer her not talk and just give a creepy stare. Like every time the camera was around, she just stared into the camera, creepy, so it looks like she's looking through the soul of the people at home. But she's looking on purpose. And then if someone says something to her, then like she just staring, and then she'll put her hands on somebody. But she didn't talk. If you don't feel comfortable talking or it's coming out weird, then just be creepy. But she was looking at the camera like she wasn't supposed to look at the camera, and then kind of looking away. And I'm like, oh. But
I did love the interaction she had with Booker T, because I told you.
Yeah.
I said it's so cool to see Booker T interacting with the daughter of the man that he really got into it with back in the day. Like, that was just a really cool moment for me.
I agree.
Really dug that. Do we ever prank each other? No. Quantaven.
No.
Neither one of us cares for pranks.
No.
I occasionally, because I always tell you, you've got to be mindful of your surroundings. So I think it was yesterday, I kind of just said, hey, she wasn't expecting it. She thought I left. She kind of freaked out. She had a look in her eyes, a little creepy. Like she wanted to do something to me. So I backed up.
I mean,
I said, bust a move. Bust a motherfucking move.
I don't watch scary movies because I don't do well, because I already have so much adrenaline and anxiety all the time that like I'm already like right here. So it doesn't take much to push me over the edge, and I don't want to be swinging on people like because you scared me. It's just not my thing.
I don't want to catch those hands. I have before, and it's not pleasant.
Hey!
Don't
hands. Say that.
She's thrown hands at other people.
Don't listen to him. Well, that's different, but don't sit here and tell them that I've hit you.
Okay. She hasn't really. I'm just kidding. But yeah, no, her heart runs 200 beats a minute. So she doesn't need that. Nixon, hey, where have you been? What? Good to see you back up in here.
And thank you for all the bless yous. Appreciate you.
Absolutely. Jags are down by 10 now, 30-20 Chargers. Is that soccer? What is it that they're referring to? Is that
the Jaguars?
Is it basketball?
Okay.
I don't know sports.
He said the Jags and the Chargers. Is that not football?
I'm just kidding. Aaron Drew with a super chat right here. Thank you so much.
Hey, Aaron, thank you.
We appreciate that love and support. Hey, fam, heart emoji. You guys noticed they're splitting the Raw SmackDown tag titles on Raw. They had a tournament for the Raw tag titles, and on SmackDown next week, they're having a tournament for the SmackDown tag titles. I like it. I did not notice this.
I totally missed that.
How did we miss this?
How did we miss that?
Wow. Wait, did we?
We do get disturbed a lot when we're watching it, though. So, like,
oh my God.
I guess it wouldn't be the end of the world, but I guess we did, because I don't.
Well, I mean, it's about time.
Realize, yeah.
Because I kept saying for the longest time, what are they planning on doing with these unified championships? Are they going to split them up again?
Right.
Or are they just going to unify them as to be one belt? Well, that's kind of cool.
Yeah, I mean, for sure. That's what I was hoping would happen. I didn't want them to unify them.
Interesting. Well, I wish they would do some big boss moves with the women's tag team championship, because kind of gotten boring, kind of got a little stale for me.
Yeah.
I mean, I love them all as individuals. I'm not feeling it, man. I'm not feeling what I need to feel, but that's interesting. Thank you, Aaron Drew. 100 people in here live. Thank you all for joining us. We are not Going to take a much more. We're almost
But
done.
please hit that like button since
Smash
you're in
it.
here. We would appreciate it.
Smash
it. Stack it.
Samantha Poole, how are you?
Hey, Samantha.
All right, Singer Billy's Big Show coming back. Well, it's the Big Show.
Is he coming back from AEW? I don't think so. I don't know. But then again, people are coming back from AEW. But then again, now Vince McMahon is back in charge. So probably not.
Not the time.
Not the time.
Not the time.
Mm-mm.
And
I
everybody
don't think
knows
anybody's coming back until this whole thing is resolved.
it has to be. These are uncertain times where anybody in the chat who's ever lived through an earthquake, it's unsettling to feel the entire earth move beneath your feet and there's nothing you can do.
Right. And for a few days, you're just on like pins and needles, like what's about to happen? Is it going to happen again? Is there aftershocks? And that's just how we're feeling right now. What else is Vince going to do? We have no control. We don't know what it's going to look like. We're assuming it's going to be damaging. We're hoping it's not going to be that bad. Like, it's awful.
But nobody knows.
But nobody knows.
So this is not when Triple H was in charge and it was steady ground and it was prosperous. Now it's so uncertain.
Mm-hmm.
It's just so uncertain. Nation domination. He got Bernie Mac. See somebody.
Yeah.
You already know.
This is what happens when there's a dictator in place. They get evil and greedy.
Let's take it back to the people. Can we see the Street Profits turning heel?
I mean, if they need to, but they're so good that they don't need to. Like sometimes people turn heel just because they can't get over as faces. It's very hard to get over as a face, I think. You know what I mean? It's easy to get people to hate you. You just talk crap. You just be an ass. That's easy. To get people to be behind you and think you're a badass, but you're a face is much harder to me. And I think that the fact that the Street Profits, they have a style, they have a gimmick, and they are badasses in the ring, and you respect them as faces. We have enough heels that I don't see the need for them to go heel. And what is going on with the Viking Raiders? Like, you bring them out and nobody cares. You have them dominate and nobody's buying it. And then they go away and come back again.
Do a little comedy shtick with the New Day.
Right.
They're doing sports and golf.
And now you bring back Sarah and you're just doing. So if we didn't have the history behind all three of them, maybe it would be different. But we've already been like, okay, we get it, and we know who they are. But then they have brought them out again. And it still isn't working, but they're still playing the segments as if it is, or like, let's just try again. Maybe they didn't see this the first time. We saw it the first time. I mean, and they're good. And it's not that I don't like them, but I don't like the Viking Raiders. It's a dumb name. They keep having dumb gimmicks. It's just not working.
I was never a big fan of the Viking Raiders. I thought they were great in NXT. And it's not like they're not good wrestlers. They are.
They are.
They're very good. Big men shouldn't be able to move like that, and they do.
Yeah.
But I like them better now than I ever have. And I'll simply say because they have Sarah, because they are now a faction, if you will. And they changed their thing up a little bit. It's a little, is this a video call? It's a video call. Yeah, we're live right now. Her bestie's with us. Hang on one second. Say hello to everybody. You're going to be live on the air. You are live on the air, Michelle. Say hello to the people here in AEW Combos Wrestling Edition.
Michelle, can you hear us?
It might have been a butt dial. Okay, let's go ahead.
Oh, that's hilarious.
That might have been a butt dial, so that was anticlimactic.
That was so anticlimactic.
But that was hilarious.
It would have worked well if we.
Hilarious. But I like the faction. I'm a big proponent of a strong female in the factions. Here's what I want to see. I don't think the Street Profits have turned heel, and I say that only because Hit Row just turned heel.
Right.
So now we can't have Hit Row and Street Profits.
No, absolutely not.
So I wouldn't mind seeing a little feud with them. I wouldn't mind seeing somebody come up with the Street Profits. Obviously, it's not going to be Bianca, but I would actually like to see Zion Quinn
Me too.
show up on SmackDown with what was the little girl's name that they left and abandoned from Legado del Fantasma?
Oh, what is her name?
Because remember, she had a little thing with Zion, but she was really more like playing him. But I dug it, and I wouldn't mind seeing her come up with him and make a beeline straight for Legado. Be like, you thought you left me. Guess what? I'm the boss now.
But she only has one person behind her.
Does she? I don't know. Somebody else can show up.
Oh, you want the two of them? Wait, who are you talking about?
I don't know. I'm just saying, make a faction, make something happen. That's all I'm saying. So I feel like they're being wasted right now in NXT. There's really not much going on with either one of them.
Yeah.
So I wouldn't mind seeing that. I think that'd be kind of cool. Yeah, she might pop you. See, she knows. Shayla knows you be laying hands. Shayla knows. Adam Pearce made the announcement. About the Fiend returning. Yeah, okay, so again, we have 2 more reactions for SmackDown. We did Bray Wyatt. We did not see the QR code. We heard there was a QR code.
Yeah.
We understood there's something Fiend related, but I don't know. We haven't seen it yet. But if it is, it makes sense.
But the Fiend already did return. In his initial return, the last person they showed of the Wyatt in the over there by the commentator desk was a Fiend. And then Bray walked out with the Howdy mask on. So they already showed us there was a Fiend within that.
But I'm saying the Fiend coming back to face Uncle Howdy.
Why not?
That'd be kind of cool.
Why not, man?
That'd be kind of cool. Sophie Opie, welcome back. Yeah, that'd be kind of cool. Defend Raw Time Champions versus the Judgment Day. Well, you know what? I think it's about time. I think it's about time Judgment Day gets some tag team gold.
Yeah.
I think it's about time.
Isn't Finn injured though?
Well, I mean, injured.
Okay.
You know. But yeah, I think it's about time. Good, trying to get rid of the stuff he knows. I hate this cold weather. Word up, Samantha Poole. It's been cold and rainy all day, and I hate it. Depresses me. The Hurt Business might have a reunion. Yes. Yes.
And we are all about the reunion.
All right, so let's just assume for a second with the Royal Rumble, the women's that Naomi is named number 30. Who is winning? Show of hands here. Who is going to win the women's Battle Royal? This is what I want to know.
Well, I have Rhea, but if Naomi enters 30, I think they let her win it.
The point of this is to go straight to the champion. If Naomi wins it, who's she gunning for? Silence from the Beck Star. What up, Ivan? Good to see you.
I mean, is she part of the bloodline or not?
I don't know. If, in fact, the Usos are going to lose one of their tag titles, if they're really going to do some kind of split with Sammy, even though he came up on top, and that's always the place you want to be, is coming on top.
He came on top because they came out there and interfered.
Doesn't matter. Win's a win. A dub's a dub.
All right.
Just saying. And a super chat. It's a super chat.
Aaron
Thank you, Aaron Drew.
Thank you.
We appreciate you very much. Thank you. Judgment Day won the tournament for Raw, so they're facing the Usos for the Raw tag team titles. So next week's SmackDown, all we know is Sheamus and Drew McIntyre versus the Viking Raiders will start the tournament. Well, my money's on Sheamus and Drew. Because
mean,
Sheamus has got the brutes.
their gimmick is hilarious. The fact that they keep slapping the hell out of each other is great. You're right. He has the brutes, so he has a whole faction, and they are two of the most powerful men there. I mean, everybody tells you that when you get in the ring with either one of those dudes, you're going to get hit hard. They hit hard. They give it their all on every performance. They put it on the line. You can't even.
Is this the beginning of the dismantling of the bloodline? Does it begin with the lower underlings, the Sammys, the Usos? Are we talking about a possibility of the Unified Tag Team Championships being completely stripped from the Usos? New champions on Raw, new champions on SmackDown. Because I can see it. That would incense Roman.
Yeah.
That would be interesting.
He'd be pissed off at everybody.
And I would love to finally see Drew and Sheamus be. It's great to see them back together. I like them better together than as enemies. But to have them be tag team champs?
Man.
Come on now.
That would be crazy.
Come on now. Thank you for that super chat, Aaron Drew. We
Thank
appreciate
you, Aaron.
that.
Somebody coming back in as a new Super Chat champion tonight?
You're right, Zay. Mickey James, Knockouts champion for the fifth time, five time Knockouts champion. Congratulations, Mickey James. She's still got plenty more left in the tank.
That's right.
We love it. We are here for it. But legitimately, I wonder who. Electra Lopez, thank you. Gosh, why can I not remember her name?
There you go. I know.
Thank you, Electra Lopez. Is on NXT Directionless. Exactly! Like, I like Zelina Vega with Legado. I think she fits. But it just sucked. Like, the Legado disappeared. They show up in the car. There's Electra. Hop on in. They drive off. And I said, I see them on SmackDown.
But they circled the corner and dropped her back
They
off.
sure did. They were like, get out, Trick.
Get out.
Just close the door. You know, they pull up at the gas station, gonna get some cigarettes and some zigzags, and then they boned out.
Oh.
They show up on SmackDown, and she was like, wait, what?
Right.
I feel for her. So I feel like she is, in fact, directionless. Yes. Take Zion, do a thing, and blow NXT. The look on Legato's face.
You know, it would be great. What if I don't know if she's ready for it, but I would love to see a faction that was like a Gladys Knight and the Pimps.
And the Pimps?
It's the Pimps. I know.
She said Gladys Knight and the Pimps.
Pimps.
Whoa.
I know. As soon as I said it, I was like, that's not the right word.
Family
where you
show.
have a faction, but it is one female and like three males, but she's the head.
Yeah.
And I pointed out to A, and I don't know if you guys noticed this before, but it's glaring to me that they're not treating their superstars equal, because when Judgment Day comes out, Mommy comes out in support of Judgment Day, and she will even interfere. The last, I think, 2 matches she had, nobody from Judgment Day came out in support of her. And then the female, who was it? Who else came out that I said that they left her by herself, that the whole faction didn't come?
Oh gosh, who was that?
It was Mia Yim.
Yes, the OC.
So Mia Yim comes out. She's supposed to be a part of the OC. She comes out with them, but no, they didn't come out with her. So I thought that's kind of messed up. Like, the women are there for you to have your back and make sure everything is smooth, but none of the men come out with the women, even though you guys are part of the same faction. I think that's messed up.
Agreed.
So I really want to see a faction where the woman is the head and the men are her heavies.
Well, I'd say I'd say about a faction where Xia Li had a very good faction in NXT. What does she got now?
But ultimately, the faction turned on her.
Yeah, but that's what I'm saying.
Yeah,
like,
I
it
got
didn't
you.
have to be that way.
Yeah.
You dig what I'm saying? So now she's in NXT doing what? Doing what?
Getting beat.
I mean, not NXT. She's on SmackDown doing nothing.
Getting beat.
Can we get Boa back? I mean, she needs some support here, dude. I just.
What happened to them? Did they get let go? Oh. I just thought about that.
I don't know. Indy Hartwell to win the Royal Rumble. Don't tease me. I'm a big fan.
We're all about it.
I'm a big fan.
All about
I'm still waiting for her to show up on Raw next to Dex. Let's get that Index back.
Index.
I saw one Rhea fight Beth at WrestleMania.
We're so down. Like, that is just, we all need that. And I can't believe that they're not going to give it to us.
Yeah.
Beth is in shape. She's ready. And she could really, really give us a show with Rhea and let Rhea really show her power.
Yeah. Xavier. Super chat. Thank you, Xavier.
Hey, Xavier, thank you.
I appreciate you very, very much. People want to talk about John Cena being stuffed down our throats. Look at Charlotte. She's been there for 7 years and already 14-time champ. We need change. I so appreciate that super chat, Xavier, but I gotta disagree,
homeboy. She is the best female wrestler alive. And that's not from my mouth. Stone Cold says that. Kurt Angle says that. Interview any professional wrestling male like that you well respect, and they're going to tell you hands down, she earned that. She deserves that. There was no women doing what she was doing, fighting like she was fighting, putting her body on the line. I mean, she is like, I don't understand. Like, she is that good. And John Cena, I mean, he can elicit the same kind of reaction from the crowd that Charlotte could. And at the end of the day, whether a few individuals like them or not, does not change the fact that when we post Charlotte coming back, the views go through the roof. When we post John Cena, views go through the roof. When we post Roman, views go through the roof. That is who people want to see. And the WWE is going to be behind people who people want to see. And the reason they don't do that with Natalya, even though they've tried to shove her down our throats many, many times, because we're not buying it, because we can see that she's not good. And Charlotte is that good. And so whether they give her a push or not, she had to keep it going. Because just like what I said with the Viking Raiders, they pushed the Viking Raiders on us all these years, and it's just not working. Look at Lacey Evans. I like Lacey Evans. It's just nobody's, I mean, they'll like her a little and then not. Like Baron Corbin. These WWE gives all these people pushes and changes their characters and changes their name. It's like, let's try to make this work. But either you work or you don't work. You may have a little run and then you know. And what was the other, and we haven't seen him yet come back again. The dude who came back who used to be part of the 3MB. He was with Drew.
Well, wait. You talking about
Jinder Mahal. So Jinder Mahal.
He probably on NXT.
He was, but I'm saying he was huge. He had a great run. And then he leaves, right? When he came back, we were like, ooh, Jinder Mahal's coming back. We're thinking it's going to be this great rival between him and Drew, and it's going to be all of this. Nobody cared. They just didn't care. He had a faction. For whatever reason, what made him work the first time did not make him work, and now he's back at NXT. My point is that if the audience is not buying it, and if they're not that into you, and you can't elicit a response, and you can't keep your championship, look at how they took it from Liv. But
we were there when she won it.
Yeah.
And the crowd exploded, and everybody said, "You deserved it." We were all about it.
Yeah. So whether you get a push or not doesn't mean it's going to work. And the fact that it's worked 14 times is because she's that good.
We appreciate that.
But we do appreciate, your opinion. We're just telling you our opinion.
Yeah, I mean, it's just who do we have here? Ronda Rousey? Let's be honest.
Ronda Rousey doesn't stand up at all. Shayna Baszler doesn't stand up in a ring against her. The only people who could really give her a run were Sasha, Bayley, Bianca Belair, I mean, we're talking about people who can get down, who put their bodies on the line, people who are taking it somewhere else. And there's only a handful of those in the WWE.
This is about also being the face of the company. You're putting
Right.
this on you. Now, you might have a minute. Can I go ahead and say that Nikki Cross was the face of WWE? No.
And when they tried to do that, who bought that?
I mean, great for her. We were shocked. And you will always have that accomplishment. And you are a good performer. But the face that runs the place, I don't know, man. Charlotte's definitely that.
You've got to have a big, extravagant, larger-than-life personality. You have to have a larger-than-life jacket. That's very important.
Can have a jacket.
And you have to really be able to move the audience to emotion one way or another. And she could do all that. And so can Becky.
And so can our Super Chat champion.
Coming in, fighting.
Ladies and gentlemen, the biggest Super Chat, single Super Chat of the evening, Richie Bailey.
Richie Bailey.
Come on now. I think it's the beginning of Sammy questioning the way the Bloodline does things.
Yeah, man. When they came in, first, I don't know if this is Paul. I'm a little confused. So I didn't know why Paul was like, they're not here. They wanted to let you do it on your own. And Sammy is taken back. And then he's like, okay, that's a great decision. Then they come into the ring. And so he's going, well, I thought you guys were here. I thought you trusted me. Okay, wait, you don't. And it seems like Paul is the one who's messing stuff up behind the scenes. But I don't really know. But for sure, Sammy was like very, very didn't know what to make out of that whole situation.
Yeah, but he still handled
nor
his
do
business
I.
like a man. Whether or not he is seeing some false in the Bloodline, he said himself, I love them, they love me, I finally found family. Is this a situation where they took him in and they're kind of, like a cult, kind of mess with his mind a little bit, getting to believe stuff that wasn't true? Now the veil is unlifting. I don't know. I loved him in the Bloodline. I loved him being an honorary Uso.
You said it past tense. I love him in.
I love him in the Bloodline. I love him being an honorary Uso. I want him to be Sammy Uso.
Yeah.
I don't really want to see this ride end, but it kind of is looking like it's starting to.
It's not going to go forever.
Well, I know it's not going to go forever. Can we just go to like SummerSlam? Maybe? It seems a little early for this to be busting up. I mean, Sammy always finds a way to stay in the conversation.
Right now, they're teasing it so much. I just wonder how long they're going to tease it.
That's what I'm saying.
Because even last week, it was like he was eating the popcorn and they looked like, the heck is wrong with you? And then the next scene, they're all eating the popcorn like, yeah, this is good popcorn. So they're going like, oh, it's about to happen. Oh, no, they're cool. Oh, wait a minute. Oh, no. Wait, what? Like, so they may do that for a while, but they've kind of been doing it for a few weeks.
They might. Thank you, Richie Bailey.
Thank you, Richie Bailey.
At the end of this, which we're about to wrap up,
we're going to put up the Super Chat Championship belt, Richie Bailey's belt.
Where's Aleister Black? The House of Black is back in business. And business is good.
Now, they are a creepy faction. You know what I mean? And it's funny because he is someone who could go away and come back, but you kind of get the chills. And I think that he's creepier in AEW than he was in WWE for sure.
Oh, no, absolutely.
This faction is brutal.
Zay, you make a very interesting point. Zelina can't get crushed like a grape, but let's be clear here.
Mm-hmm.
Right? She is Queen Zelina.
You would think she would have put that back on her head now that she has a faction.
All right. She was one half of the Women's Tag Team Championship to champions.
Actually, that's really stupid that she didn't walk out with her queen with them behind her. You guys really missed out on that WWE.
Well, they seem to just completely drop the whole thing.
They just dropped it, which doesn't make any sense. So what did they win it for?
So for me, I think the status of having Zelina as part of the Legado del Fantasma makes sense. The way it was done doesn't, because we were used to seeing Elektra with them. Then all of a sudden, not.
And if anything, they should have did like a thing. They should have did a skit about it and explained it to us. They should have made it seem like I was called in at NXT and nope, sorry, not so fast. We have other plans for you. And then do something else with her. But just to act like we don't know what's happening that's weird.
Or because you saw them drive off in the truck.
Right.
They pull up in the truck. As a professional wrestler, sometimes you're being asked to job and do things you quite frankly don't want to do. That doesn't help your stock as a pro wrestler. So you got to think long term for yourself. Clearly, they did not want Elektra on SmackDown with them. Fine. She had to accept that. I'm sure she was pissed.
Right.
Turn around, came back on NXT. What I'm saying is, show them all drive up to SmackDown, get out of the car, and then like showing they're coming up to SmackDown. Zelina walks up, puts a stop to it, and then she stays, and then she walks off with them. That would have been some kind of
They should have done
segue.
some kind of segue for us. That the fact that they've never addressed it is awful.
You know what I mean? Now, Elektra did what she could do. She gave a promo, just like Toxic Attraction.
Mm-hmm.
Manny Rose, the leader, is no longer here, so Toxic what do they got to do? Come out and cut a promo. We're still here. We're still great. We're still dominate. Blah 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 blah.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, that's one way to do it.
Right.
Another way to do it is a little transition. Somebody else needs to come in. Like I said with Sonya Deville, you can't have Sonya on NXT wrecking shop, and then on SmackDown losing.
Right.
Makes no sense.
Right.
So if everybody's popping over here on NXT, Sonya Deville, there's a position to be filled.
Mm-hmm.
There you go. That's what I'm saying. Biggest super chat. We appreciate that very much.
Yes, thank you, Richie.
The pimp. See what you did?
It was funny.
See what you started? The Glow Channel. Naomi and Cody winning their respective Rumbles.
I could see it.
Kofi Kingston. Interesting. Richie Bell, come on.
Richie Bailey. Come on, man.
Come on, man. Super chat, Richie Bailey. We appreciate that. Any NXT stars you want to see in either the women's or men's Royal Rumble? I'm already thinking Carmelo Hayes for the men, Nikita Lyons for the women. I'm thinking the same thing.
Yeah, Nikita Lyons is no joke. That she is a force to be reckoned with, and she is good, and she is limber, and she can really move to be as big as she is.
Yeah, she's a big girl, but like I said, just like with the Viking Raiders, when you have a big person that can move like a middleweight, a cruiserweight, that's somebody you need to take stock in.
And Carmelo Hayes is good. He really
I wouldn't mind seeing
good.
it. I think we will see them both in the Royal Rumble. I really do, because they have, especially for Carmelo. Yeah, he's come up.
They'll both last to the end. It's will they actually take it? That is the question.
I tell you what. You know what? Since everybody wants to talk about the Flairs, my money is on the Flairs winning it all. Ric Flair enters the men's, Charlotte Flair enters the women, and the Flairs, woo, win it all. And they're having a hard time holding those alligators down. Now give me 2 claps and a Ric Flair. Woo! That's what I'm saying. Thank you, Richie Bailey.
That's so funny.
We really appreciate that. Jaya and Shinsuke for mixed tag champs. Why the heck not?
We want some mixed tag champs so bad.
So bad.
And I'm really excited for Shinsuke to come back. I really am a fan of his, and we don't suspect he's in a hurry to come back from Japan with everything that's going on in the WWE, but he should have some gold around his waist. I wouldn't mind seeing him take it from Gunther.
Hi, Carmelina. Thank you for stopping in. If you're still here.
Hi.
Captain Tight Pinkman. Great name.
Oh, right.
And you're right. An explosion didn't kill Vince. Nothing will. I firmly believe some way, somehow, Vince is going to transfer his essence into AI. A sort of Star Trek: The Next Generation data, if you will. And we will have an android Vince McMahon running the WWE for eons.
Wow.
That's what I'm thinking.
Just wow.
Is going to happen. Aaron Drew with that super chat. Thank you, Aaron Drew. Beth and Edge is reported for the Royal Rumble. Yes.
Yes.
I saw on WWE News video on YouTube. Hopefully Beth and Rhea in the Rumble match. Come on now.
Yes, and then they get into it in the Rumble match and end up disqualifying each other, and that leads into their next match. That's so awesome.
We want to see these two Titans go at it. We know the last couple of matches we saw Rhea in, man, she was stiff hitting. I'm all about that. Just don't play. This ain't a game,
son.
This looks like a joke to you, son. Ow, ow, ow. This is for real.
Does anybody know who he gets that bark from?
You think this is a game? You think this is a game? Thank you, Aaron Drew, for that super chat. We appreciate you so much. She come back to, you know what, Jedi Knight? Yeah, she's recovering from a broken nose and being ready to get hit in it are two different things. I don't know if she's ready to catch the fade in the Rumble yet.
Isn't Carmella injured?
I thought she was. I thought Carmella was injured, but she might be back. She might be back in time.
But nobody was feeling her last time she came out at all.
Great names, Darian. Great names from NXT. I don't want to see Cora Jade in it. I like Cora Jade. I do. Mm-hmm. I think that's a waste of a slot.
She'll be in it though. They're not. They've been pushing her.
Toxic Attraction probably, yeah. Grayson Waller. Will the Royal Rumble feel the Waller effect?
I don't think that he is. I think that he kind of got over for a bit and then kind of faded off.
Yeah. Perhaps, but we'll see. He's a future champion.
Britt Baker. Yeah, I would be really, really blown away if Britt Baker showed up in a Royal Rumble for WWE. That would be insane.
But then again, we just saw the return of Boom! Adam Cole, baby!
Baby.
That was awesome. So I kind of miss him.
Yeah.
In NXT, but Undertaker, yeah, I don't see that happening. But that'd be a heck of a thing. Winner of the Royal Rumble match, Rhea Ripley. Winner Cody Rhodes.
I mean, I do think Rhea Ripley is going to win unless Naomi comes back. If Naomi comes back,
yeah, we'll talk a smidge about AEW, like we said towards the end. But we do have the super chat from Xavier. Thank you, Xavier. All right. Whenever Big E comes back, he should come back as a heel. He should come back as a heel. That would be a great swerve. Also, I think Theory versus Rollins Iron Man match, book it. I like the second part. I don't like the first part.
Gosh, I mean, would Big E be able to really go heel? Like New Day, there's just no, I think that he needs to reunite with the New Day. He never should have been parted from them. They're so much more powerful when he's with them. And, I don't know if I would love that either.
Oh, that makes me sad.
It would make me sad.
Oh, man. Although the Iron Man match, yes.
Yes.
Please book that. I think that would be fire.
Book it.
Great super chat. Thank you, Xavier.
Thank you.
Oh, I'm kind of sad now. The Nature Boy still got it. He still got it.
He doesn't got it.
Wow, that's cold.
He's got cataracts, yo.
Wow, that's cold. He's got a little medicine for the cataracts. He's all right. Solo versus Gunther, the IC title. I'm about it. Solo's the real deal.
Solo is the real deal, man.
So I like him being the heavy like he is. I think it's tight. Yeah, so let's just wrap up real quick with a little AEW news.
Yes.
We started with that saying, possibility Tony Khan buying WWE. Don't hold your breath. Do not hold your breath.
I mean, yeah, of course, him and his brother are interested in it. That does not mean that Vince would ever allow such a thing. So I don't really even want to spend too much time on that. The return of Adam Cole was nice. I felt like it was a nice little nostalgic moment. He got some love, and it really seemed to move him.
I enjoyed the Saraya match. I got to tell you, Tony
yeah,
Storm.
Man.
But what was fun?
Because we were like, why would you choose Tony Storm? Because I don't think she's been that good at AEW, but
She stepped it up.
She stepped it up. And I feel like being in there with Saraya and with Hayter and Britt Baker, you really had to step it up. Because they're all hard-hitting women.
Yeah.
So I felt like that match was a really good match. It was very enjoyable.
What stood out to me, though, is you had two Caucasian women standing in the ring. One was a shade of an Oompa Loompa. I don't know what Tony Storm had on.
No, she was so
but
orange.
She was orange.
And because her hair is white, yeah, she did kind of look like a Oompa Loompa.
Like, it looks a little crazy, and Saraya's just so, like, Sheamus
so
and pale.
Light that, yeah, we were like, what is going
on right now? Like, what is this? Like you, it's white women in the ring, right? What is this? But I mean,
can you adjust the TV color on one person or the other?
Yeah, man. Somebody needs to talk to her. Just dial it back on that orange tint. But overall, I'm actually more so interested. I like Hayter as champion. I like to me, I'm every time I see her and Britt, I'm anxious because I feel like any moment now, Britt's gonna just drop Hayter.
I think that Britt realized that she couldn't necessarily beat her straight up, and she'd rather have her on her side than not.
Yeah. Well, that's true.
Sorry.
But Jade Cargill, I gotta be honest with you. She's kind of like my AEW. She's my Natalia. There's inconsistencies with her in-ring performance. You've got the skills. Clearly, you understand this business, but I mean, she doesn't always. I don't know, man. She's got the height, the look, the muscle tone. Clearly, you're champion for this long for a reason.
Yeah, and there's times where she hits really hard, and there's times where it just looks awful. I mean, I just think she just needs some experience under her belt, and then I think that once she gets going and she's got in there, she's got a little seasoning on her. I think she will be unstoppable. I really do once she gets there.
It's possible, just like CM Punk is unstoppable from coming back. I've had this conversation with just Alex a little bit. He is all about CM Punk. Not mad at it. Totally respect it. I gotta tell you. We will probably see CM Punk again at some point this year. When, how, I don't know. I'm just hoping that he has eaten a little bit of humble pie. That's my only issue with him. Is that the only person getting in CM Punk's way is CM Punk. Well, he did.
I'm sure he ate some pie and some cookies and some cakes, and then he just downed the soda. I do want to say, there's two things I want to comment on. One, I want to comment on that Daniel Bryan match. No, sorry, Bryan Danielson match.
Yeah, the American Dragon.
Well, let's just start with that. That was crazy. That was a whole nother.
How my man doesn't have championship gold around his waist right now, I don't know.
I don't see MJF beating him, yo. He is not on that level.
Why I like seeing him wrestle Japanese wrestlers.
Yep.
Because you wrestle in Japan, it's a whole, like you said, it's a whole other level.
That's a Booker T, some wrestling that kick your ass.
Not everybody can do it.
Post and then go back and apologize.
Not everybody can do it.
No, I mean, that was crazy. There was a few times where I thought he was dead. And then he got up and won the match, man.
I love seeing people beat the hell out of each other inside the ring. Like you said, I'm all about the Booker T school of wrestling. I'm about the Jazz, which we're working on getting her on this channel. I'm about the Jazz school of wrestling. You need to put an exclamation mark on every single move that you do. You need to connect with the move, okay? You are a pro wrestler when you enter the squared circle. So I don't give a damn about your brand. I don't give a damn I'm going to put a knot on top of your forehead. You lace them up, you square up, and you take your licks like a pro wrestler is supposed to do.
Yeah.
If you got a little too stiff, Apologize in the back.
Right.
Okay, this is not a game. Like I said, this ain't a game.
This is a game, son.
Okay, I'm not over here playing around with you.
And then my last AEW comment is that, as I pointed out to A, I think that Jericho is really, and I really wasn't a big fan of Jericho's back in the years of WWE when he was big. I really was not. Then when he went in with Kevin Owens and when he had the list, it was amazing. It was great.
You just made the list.
It was great. It was great. He came over here and faction after faction, he redoes himself over and over again. And he brings so many people up with him, which is what an OG in the business should be doing. You use your talent to bring other people up. And Ric Flair wouldn't do that because Ric Flair is a selfish something.
No, he had his faction.
No, but I'm saying, yes, but I'm saying, like, even when he was like, why would Rock come back to put Roman Reigns over? Why would a man do that? What do you mean? Why wouldn't you put a younger generation over? What are you going to do? Like, I just thought that was that just showed how egotistical he was. But I feel like the Jericho Appreciation Society, I love it. I love it. I love that they all came out with these gold jackets on and he's like 10 people deep. That's great.
I'm a come, man. Judas in my mind.
And I think that the fact that he wrote that song, which is a really well-written song, and that he keeps coming up with all these storylines and factions and ways to get these people over, including what he did with MJF, I feel like, I just feel like he ultimately, I hope that he becomes a writer or something.
Could be. Oh, we have a super chat right here from Richie Bailey. Thank you so
Richie,
much.
thank
We're
you.
starting to wind down a little bit. We appreciate that last minute super chat. I don't know about you, but this Swerve and Keith Lee storyline needs to get going in full effect. I like the long build, but want to see these two go at it. Oh, we have our we have a special guest right here. Some of y'all might know her. We can't hear you. Yeah, it's Taya Shy. I don't know what we're doing.
Yeah, our daughter Taya Shy.
Say hi to the people, everybody.
Hi, everybody. Yeah, we're live right now. We just thought
You
we
are
would say
live
hi
to the
whole world
millions
with you.
and millions.
Okay, bye. She
Yeah,
started
this
blushing.
I don't. The Swerve faction is I don't know. It's like you taste a new flavor of ice cream and you're just not quite sure.
Man, they make me nervous because I'm sorry, but they look like, so out here, guys that look like that are skinheads who hate black people. For real. That's what they look like. And obviously that's not what this is, but every time I see it, I feel like they're going to shake them in the rib.
It's like we're
Like, I
listening
don't
a
know.
response here.
It's weird.
But it's just something I'm getting used to. I'm just not
Yeah,
used to
and
it.
I just have to get over my own preconceived of what I'm used to that look meaning.
Yeah.
And I'm trying to. It cringes me. I don't know why it cringes me. I'm trying to get past it.
Yeah, but you're right though, Richie Bailey. This thing needs to get going.
And he was good. That last match.
Oh yeah.
That was a good match. Homeboy that fought him was good, and he came out on top, and he came out strong, and I give him props for that.
But
match.
I want to see more out of Keith Lee. I
Who?
really do. Keith Lee.
Who?
Oh, wow.
Where's he been?
See, this is what we're saying. We thought Keith Lee debuted on the main roster of WWE. He came into this thing as a double champion.
Right.
This is a big man, 300-pounder.
And man, if he is not so powerful
And quick, and he can
move.
jump on the top rope like a
Right.
cruiserweight. I still do not feel like he's being used to his full potential in AEW. And I feel that's a bit of a waste.
Mm-hmm.
But that was my concern with AEW, is that you were bringing in so many
Mm-hmm.
ex-WWE people It's like you just don't have there's not enough TV time.
Mhm.
You know, we extended it an hour on Fridays, great. You bought Ring of Honor, fantastic. Get a TV deal with somebody and get Ring of Honor on air, TBS, TNT, something. I don't know. Some things have to be moved around a little bit.
Yeah.
Like we watched a match the other week, Darby Allin, Samoa Joe. Like we said, on paper, Darby should have not won that match.
It was phenomenal. Darby is so good, man. So good. And I think when Darby has some seasoning on him, he will also be completely unstoppable.
But I love me some Samoa Joe. Love me some Samoa Joe. Hated the fact that they did not use him in the ring like they should have. I know he's a little injury prone, but my man can still go.
WWE?
Yeah. He can still go. Love Samoa Joe.
Mm-hmm.
So thank
Go,
you, Richie
Joe.
Belly. Gosh, you just took it back. I hope somebody got that. Okay, I got it. There was a bot in there.
There's a bot in there.
A bot in there. Matt Cardona comes back. Matt ain't coming back to the WWE. No, he might have considered it under Triple H, but now Vince is back. There's no way. And he's good on the independent circuit. I don't see it.
Safe.
Good to see you, Safe and Rama. How are you? In my mind, never gets old. People love it. We were this close because they were in LA this past week. We were this close to going.
We just couldn't work it out. The time and the day and how far it is from our location, we just couldn't work it out.
But we are very much looking forward. Tyan got some love. Thank you, Quantaven. And everybody that said hi to Tyan. That's awesome. Thank you, guys. You guys are awesome. We are very much looking forward to seeing Judas in our mind live with people. You'll see us.
Yes.
We'll be probably the only ones in there
Judas in my mind.
wearing masks still.
Right. We always
But we have light up masks.
though.
So at any rate, that is it for us.
Yes.
We will say our good nights and we will also say our thank yous to everybody. But before we do, we got to tally it, but I think it's a pretty safe bet.
That is Richie Bailey again. Super chat champion.
So we're going to give a congratulations to Richie Bailey, the Super Chat champion of the world.
Whoop, whoop.
Thank you so much. Honestly, because you don't have to do it, and you do. You guys don't even have to be in here and spend time with us on a Saturday night, but you do.
Love
We
guys.
try to address everybody. We try to engage with you guys.
We try.
If there's anything more we can do,
Yeah, let us know for sure.
let us know. And we know we got some more comments we got to get to in our videos. We got 2 more Smackdown reaction videos that are going to drop. One is going to drop immediately after this live is over.
You were close in our hearts, Aaron.
You're close, but we will be doing a
you're closer
live
than anybody else.
watch along for the Royal Rumble. And if I'm not mistaken, the ex-reigning defending champion, Three Diglett, said he's going to light the sky ablaze. So this is an opportunity.
He did?
He did.
Oh my.
So there's going to be a big title defense coming up at the Royal Rumble. But until then, we appreciate you guys. Thank you to all the members. Thank you to all the super chatters, to our super chat champion, Richie Bailey, and to everybody that stopped in.
Yes, we
On
love you
behalf of
all.
Bone Crusher. Come back with some more A&B combos.
Ruh, ruh, ruh,
Wrestling
ruh, ruh.
edition.
See, I was Bone
He
Crusher.
barked. He did that. Yes, he did. Notifications on fleek. On fleek. Yeet.
No yeeting.
No eating.
But have a
because
great
we're dropping
night.
another video right now. Good night, everybody.